Hi, my name's Alessandro. I'm the founder of Guided Light Healing. I am so excited to bring you today the first of our Financial Secrets mini-series. This is a series for all of you out there who are sitting on and working with so much misinformation that you're not able to reach your highest potentials. You're not able to change the lives and to change the world in the ways that your soul wanted to. The very first thing I want to start talking about today is the idea that not having money is the spiritual path of choice, that suffering and not having money is going to lead to better spiritual growth. When I started to reevaluate my relationship with money, everything I learned from my amazing parents and everything I learned from the world, I realized that a lot of that information was severely limiting. And it started with the idea that struggling was going to increase my spiritual growth. What I found is that not having enough money in my life severely stunted and slowed my spiritual growth. What I found was when I was just trying to get by, when I was disowning money and going, that's for people who are very in the tangible, who are playing it very human, what I ended up doing was I ended up finding that I was committing myself to working so hard and so much just to have the bare essentials met. My mathematical, scientific mind said, wait a minute, struggling is causing me to work so much harder for the bare minimum. And that isn't any type of key to success that I have ever heard of. What I want you to ask yourself today is, if you had more money, what would you do with it? What could you do with it? What if you had $50 million in a bank account? Would you have to put in the 40, 50, 60 hours of work that you were putting in just to meet the minimums? That's right, it's helping with my spiritual growth. Well, is it really? Think about this, 40 to 60 hours. If you didn't have to go to work for these 40 or 60 hours, what could you do with that time? What libraries could you spend your time in? What searches and talks and TED Talks and things like that could you be listening to on the internet right now? If you had this kind of money in the bank that I'm talking about, who would you study under? If money was no object, is there somebody in the world who is unattainable right now that if you could become their number one in line, the number one to receive their information, how quickly could you accelerate your spiritual growth? The idea that spiritual healers and teachers should not have a lot of wealth, I have found it to be a very limiting idea, an idea that has not worked for myself, an idea that has not worked for my clients and students over the years. That maybe where you are in life right now might not be the best choice for your spiritual growth. And that's what I want you to understand today, is that the absence of money is going to commit us to making just enough of it and satisfying the basic needs. And in the satisfying of that stuff, in not having a drive, in a deep desire to have more than enough money, we are meeting the minimums and we are giving away so many hours of our time in doing it. This is something that is going to open so many doors for you. And granted, I remember the information that you have learned up till this point served its purpose. But what I find is at every point in our lives, there comes a point where we just need to let go of the old tools and replace and get better tools. These are the keys to success, is not settling and not becoming complacent. I think every day of our lives, we should be a little bit scared and a little bit challenged, because that means we are growing. That means we're pushing ourselves to be better teachers, better healers, better people on this planet, better energetic beings in physical bodies. So many of you out there are so talented and are channeling so much beautiful information, but this information never sees the light of day because you are too busy, stuck just trying to make the minimums, stuck just trying to keep the bare essentials in your life. And that, to me, is not the best use of who each and every single one of you are. The goal of this first episode is just to shatter the idea that lack and limitation are incredible for spiritual growth. That's not what I practice. That was a very limiting belief in my life. And I want each and every single one of you to challenge this, to expand beyond this so that you can start to nourish yourself with the helping, the spiritual tools, and the knowledge that each and every one of you deserve. For me, the argument that we should disconnect from money, that it isn't a spiritual thing, is the furthest thing that I have found from my truth. Start to consider that the tools you were given are tools that do not serve you anymore. So start to think today. I want you to create this amazing mountain of reasons why you should have this type of wealth. This information has completely changed my life. It is the thing that I have given to each and every single one of my clients, and it is the thing that I am constantly teaching everywhere in the world that I speak. Take this to heart. Bounce it off against your intuition. When you sit with this information, see if watching this makes you feel bigger than you were before, makes you feel expansive. I always tell people, listen to that inner voice. That inner voice will never lead you wrong. So my name is Alessandro. I'm the founder of Guided Light Healing. Thank you for watching. Tune in for the next videos. These are going to be incredible game changers as well. Thank you.